This first scene of Song of Solomon sets the lighting for the remainder of the story, as well as pointing out its key elements, the differences in class, race, and gender, and most prominently the theme of flight. The opening of the novel, with Robert Smith's death, foreshadows the experiences of the novel's other characters. Like Smith's flight, the audience sees the other characters' ventures to escape confinement, usually leading to their downfall. Aerial trick symbolism. This particular aerial trick, known as the star drop, or death drop, portrays the suicide of Mr. Smith leaping off the building. The star drop visually depicts the escape of confinement, leading to the death of Mr. Smith.
I wish I could fly. Humans can't fly. I cannot fly. Life has no meaning anymore.
It's okay, Milkman. We love you. We're good for you.
Leave me alone. You good?
Cut.
As the protagonist of the novel matures and grows, he is out of place. By the age of 4, young Milkman discovers that humans cannot fly, and therefore loses all interest in himself and the world around him. Although nourished by the love of his mother and Aunt Pilot, Milkman doesn't reciprocate the compassion bestowed upon him. With lack of compassion, Milkman grows up bored. Milkman, who lives a privileged lifestyle, becomes an egotistical man, lacking compassion. Ruth, Pilot, and Hagar adore Milkman, begging for his attention, only for Milkman to reject their love. Aerial trick symbolism. As Milkman discovers humans cannot fly, the failure to climb the aerial rope and mythically fly symbolizes the non-fulfillment in Milkman's tedious life.
Bacon, how would you feel about me leaving home to travel and pursue my personal interests? I was kind of inspired by what I found at Pilot's house.
What are you referring to?
The green sack hanging from the ceiling. Shouldn't have said that.
Milkman had unknowingly opened up a door to discover some of his own family lineage. As Bacon was inspired to tell his son about the days after his father's murder.
Me and Pilot hid out in a manor house for about 2 weeks, where we stayed with the serfs. I never forget the sight of my father's ghost that lured us into the mouth of the cave.
The two then continued to converse as Bacon went through the whole situation, including the murder of the white man and significance of the green tarp. Bacon also told Milkman about the gold that was missing along with the tarp after the siblings' argument.
If Pilot has the tarp, she must have the gold. Son, go get the gold, and we shall share it.
And father like son, Milkman soon after began to become wealth-obsessed. The end.
Aerial trick symbolism. Father like son, Milkman soon after began to become wealth-obsessed. The gradual spinning in the aerial trick symbolizes Milkman's descent into avarice, the sin of greed.
Pilot had the gold from the cave all along. She kept it from me for all these years. She has to have it in that green tarp. I just know it.
I think I remember her calling that green tarp her inheritance. I guess that means it must be some kind of money.
You need to steal it from her. She's a snake and cannot be trusted.
I'll go with the guitar tonight. We'll sneak in and take it together. She'll never know.
That's my boy. Money before family.
Milkman was successful in stealing Pilot's inheritance, to his surprise as well as Bacon's. There was not gold inside of the tarp. Inside there was bones. At this point, Milkman is split over how he feels he should act, and feels towards his family and its history. His full transition is shown as he travels down south. Aerial trick symbolism. split over how he thinks he should act and feel towards his family and its history. Milkman's situation is visually displayed through the aerial split trick. This particular trick exemplifies how Milkman is torn and divided. This new aerial trick, using the bicycle wrap and also exemplifying a different version of the split, is also another exemplary example of how Milkman is split over how he feels he should act, or how he should feel, towards his family and its new-found history. His full transition is displayed and shown as he travels down south. Oh no, Hager's gone crazy. She's going to kill Milkman.
Guitar, I'm planning to go to Montour County, Pennsylvania, to look for the gold in the cave. I feel like I must go alone, but I promise if I am to find any treasure, we will split it.
You remember that I need money for my 7 days mission to help support Henry Porter, don't you?
Of course.
Okay then.
There are two major ideas in the novel, flight and abandonment. The characters in turn go through a destructive cycle that includes both of these, and is almost unpreventable. While Hager's death can be traced to the cycle of flight and abandonment, Pilot and Reba are in a continuous rebellion against this cycle. Although their best efforts to save Hager's life prove inadequate, Pilot and Reba never cease to fight. Hager loses her own struggle because she does not believe that she is deserving of love. This belief is evident in her frantic attempts to improve herself physically. Hager thinks that she can break this cycle of flight and abandonment only by transforming herself into a physically attractive woman and luring Milkman back. Aerial trick symbolism. After Hager began an intimate relationship with Milkman, she soon became infatuated, almost verging on obsession. The more she wanted him, the more he became bored of her. He would often refer to her as a third beer, drinking it just because it was there. The third beer was the third strike, and Hager had soon snapped. Milkman chose to end their relationship with a letter containing some money. She responded by going out on a rampage, swearing to kill him. When she was faced with the opportunity, she couldn't carry out her actions. When Milkman left for the journey south, Hager drifted further into madness. This particular aerial trick, with the spins and the death drop, show how Haggard had her downward spiral to her death.
Having spent another night with Street, Milkman makes the initiative decision to return to Shamlin. Walking in the town, he hears local children sing a song about Jay, the only son of Solomon. Upon listening to the song, Milkman comes to a realization.
This song is about my grandfather. I must return to Susan Bird. She did not tell me everything she knew.
Upon his arrival, Susan fills Milkman in about the information she did not initially share.
So you're telling me that Singh, is that his name? Left with Jake of the tribe of African children, descendants of Solomon and Rina, who was unintentionally dropped by Solomon during his flight away from Virginia, and that after falling into the life of Hetty, was raised as her own and to eventually run off with Singh.
Inspired and overwhelmed with excitement, Milkman leaves singing the Song of Solomon at the top of his lungs.
I don't know that song. Am I supposed to know that
Are we
song?
good?
Aerial trick symbolism. The swinging momentum as an aerial trick shows and exemplifies the new journey that Milkman is about to encounter. As he is overwhelmed with excitement, Milkman sings the Song of Solomon at the top of his lungs. Finally, Milkman finds joy in life and finds the purpose of it as well. Even though Guitar attempts to kill Milkman, Milkman returns home to express his new discoveries and meanings of life.
It all makes sense now. Life does have meaning. I must go home and tell Pilot and Haggard.
Go.
Haggard died of a broken heart, Milkman.
No, I can't believe it.
We have to go bury Jake's bones on Solomon's grave.
Look, man, you're mine. Bang.
I will get you for this.
Aerial trick symbolism. This aerial trick, known as the Cupid's bow, exemplifies strength and also grace, which Pilot embodies throughout the novel. As the aerialist descends downward, it also symbolizes the downward descent of Pilot's life after Guitar has murdered her. Damaged by Pilot's death, when she is struck by a bullet that was intended for himself,
It's
Milkman
just like
takes
climbing
his
a rope,
final
bud?
leap of faith.
Should I just drop this?